on so you guys can see that I am here live with you, representing my Built-In Profit Live event. I guess I wear these shirts all the time now, so promise this isn't a recording, even though you might have seen this shirt before. It is just me being a creature of my ways. All right, I got lots and lots of yeses. Well, listen, I am stoked to be here, excited to be here, and really thrilled about what we're going to be doing tonight. As you guys know, I'm going to be giving away one-on-one mentoring with me to one person who is on this webinar tonight. All right. If you leave early, you won't qualify, because I'm going to actually give you a specific link at the end in order to make it happen. So if you're watching and you're live, you're gonna this link that I'm going to give you right before we wrap this webinar up will only be live until probably 10 o'clock. So I'll give you guys 30 minutes or so to fill out this. It's a quick little questionnaire. I got to know who you are. I have to know what you're doing. I have to know a little bit about you in order to help you. And so, so tonight I'm going to be giving away the one-on-one mentoring with me. Now, I've never done this before. How many of you have been Success Connection members for a long, long time? Just say yes. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Tons of people saying yes. Very good. Okay. Awesome. Well, you know, I've been doing it for a long time, and I've never given away one-on-one mentoring. But here's kind of my theory behind this. We've been learning an awful lot. I've been teaching you guys a lot of stuff here in the last 3 to 4 months. We've really gone deep into solo ads, right? We've gone deep into being a solo ad seller. We've gone deep into being a solo ad buyer. We've really gone deep into marketing through other people's funnels or other people's products, right? So there are a lot of you that are ambassadors, you know, that are ambassadors. I was cool little, I guess, subtitle. I was just looking at our ambassador sales, and our ambassador sales are about to eclipse $200,000. So $200,000 in sales from our ambassadors in about 2 months. So that's pretty good. Congratulations to everybody. That is really awesome. I see lots of people saying fantastic. James Schaefer, how are you, man? So I see lots of people saying fantastic, and it is great. But it's not necessarily about just our ambassadors or anything like that. It's about the information that we've taught. It's about the process that we've put together. And then last week, you know, we started talking about mobile, mobile opt-in. We talked about mobile traffic. And tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to dive in and find the offers that convert in different CPA networks. But my real goal was to be able to sit down with somebody and go through every single thing that we've gone through on the Success Connection and truly be able to see, like, what are you able to implement? What are you able to actually do on your own? And what do I need to fill in the blank for? Because I think that would help me to help all of you, you know, do well, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? So it's kind of a, I'm helping you, but you're helping me to help everybody type of thing. Because once I sit down with one person, I'm going to know kind of where the holes might be and what I'm teaching. Now, for those of you that are new, because I see a lot of you saying you're new, this is your first Success Connection, welcome, glad to have you. I want to be very clear about one thing. The Success Connection is not about any specific product or program. So if you're an Inbox Center Circle member, a Success with Anthony member, a email domination, fan page domination, whatever the case, an ambassador, whatever the case may be, this webinar is right here is really something I do for free for all of my students. You don't have to pay for this, and it's not specific to any one program. What I do is I teach what I feel like is working right now in this moment to help you guys make more money on the internet, right? And then from that, you can apply what I'm teaching to every single product and training and software that we have, because it all kind of fits in together. In fact, you know, one thing that I talked about, and by the way, tonight I'll be giving you guys some free funnels. I'll, of course, be showing you how you could win the mentoring. I'm going to show you kind of one of my keys to picking the right offers that are going to pay you the most money and matching those offers up with, of course, the right type of traffic. And that's really what I want to talk to you about. I've talked to you guys, and a lot of you probably have seen this, heard this, know this. If you've been on this webinar for a while, then you definitely know this. But we've talked a lot about this thing called the profit cycle, right? And this was something that I went over for a long, long time. I mean, I really hammered this. And the reason I hammered this is I want to make sure that everybody understood it, right? So if you're new and you haven't seen this, go to your Morrison Education members area, click on the Success Connection, and watch any of the replays from back in probably January or so, and you're going to see tons and tons and tons of content on the profit cycle. But the long and short of it is, real fast, is that with the profit cycle, it always starts off with traffic. All of your businesses are going to start off with traffic. So this was the basic premise that I was teaching, was you've got traffic, and it's going to go to some type of page, typically what we call an opt-in page, where somebody would put in their email address, okay? So what this is doing is this is generating and grabbing subscribers for your email list, right? So somebody does that, they go down here, they get put on your list, right? So from your list, now you can send emails. Of course, when that happens, it also sends them up here to what we call a thank you page, okay? And this is something where you can put links, right? So links, and these links make you money. So you make money from the thank you page and from your email list. Now, this was the very basic premise. Let's see. Nope. We don't want to close down. Let's see. 1 second. Sorry, I had my. I guess I've left that live too long. Okay, this was the basic premise. Okay, of the profit cycle, was bringing in traffic, getting them to opt in, build your email list, and of course, once you start doing that, you start building that email list. Well, guess what? Now you can send out email promos, okay? So we just type in email promos. And this is, of course, where you can make even more money from your email list, right? So building this email list. We talked about this being, and this is important, that this was really what I always call the profit zone, because everything in here is free money. Once you've built your email list, it's just free money, okay? So this was the basic profit cycle, all right? Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've talked a little bit more, all right? We've talked a little bit more about making sure that we match up two things. We talked about matching up our traffic, okay, and matching up our opt-in page. All right, so we talked about matching these two things up, meaning if we've got traffic that's coming in from Facebook, we might use a different looking opt-in page than traffic that's coming in from Instagram or from Google or email traffic, that type of stuff. Everybody remember that? Just say yes. All right, very good, very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. All right. If you don't know that, it's okay. Remember that the Success Connection is an ongoing training. It's been going for 3 years. And you can always roll right into the members area and watch any of these replays on your own time. So literally, you don't have to be here at any specific time or anything like that. You can just, boom, watch it whenever you want, right? Which I think is pretty cool. Just so you know, we spend upwards of $2,000, $2,000 a month on our video streaming, which is you watching the videos in our members area. So I invest $2,000, $2,200 this month, $2,200 just on streaming the replay videos for you nonstop. So they're there for a reason. I'd love for you to take advantage of it. Now, we talked about matching these two things up. Something else that's really, really, really important, okay, is also matching up what we call the offer. So look, when somebody comes typically to this thank you page that we have over here, so let me just somebody comes to this page, okay, this is kind of your offer page. So after somebody opts in, where do they go? Well, again, we want to match that up with our traffic source. So does everybody see everything in blue? Okay, there are 3 things in blue, and all 3 need to match up. We need to have traffic, we need to have our opt-in page that builds our list, and then we need to have our profit center, which is essentially the offer or the thing that we're going to make money on. And they all 3 need to match up. So when I originally taught you the profit cycle, I taught you the basic version of it. Here are the things that are necessary. You got to have traffic, an opt-in page, a thank you page, an email list. Now we're going to send our emails, all those good things. And all that is great, and it still works, and it's fine, and it's phenomenal, and it's perfect, right? But there's always ways, and this is something that you should write down. And you know, a lot of times people say they should always be closing, right? ABC, always be closing. So you hear a lot of people say that you should always be closing when you're selling something, right? Always be closing. Well, my opinion is always be optimizing. Always be optimizing. If you can remember this and live by this, you will make way more money on the internet. Way more money from your business. I found, I'm not going to tell you who this was, but there are 2 people, all right? Let me just give you an example, okay? Let me give you a case study, all right? And this will tell you the difference of kind of how important this really is, all right? So if you're just joining us, welcome. Yes, we're still giving away the one-on-one mentoring tonight. It's going to happen here really soon. Felicia, somebody said, Anthony, if it's really a live webinar, answer my emails, my text messages, and even Facebook. So I don't know how you would be text messaging me, so I certainly can't answer that. But yes, this is a live webinar. So feel free to post in our Success Connection group if you're in the group that we're live and that I'm live and that I'm not crazy. This isn't recorded. It is currently 8/18, Thursday, I don't know, April 5th. So no, this is not a recording. Okay, so here we go. Case study number 1. This is important. I want you to pay attention to this. There are 2 people, okay? 2 people. And I want you to know that both of these are real people, all right? Both of these are real people. This is me, all right? And I'm going to call this person, because I don't want to rat them out. Some of you might know who they are. I'm going to call this person Marketer X, all right? So this is the person, we won't tell who they are, okay? And then this is me. All right. I want you to see, and these are legit numbers too, okay? Like legit numbers. I have my profit cycle running, all right? So I have my profit cycle funnel running, and so does this person, okay? Now, the difference in what we do is, okay, so the difference in what we're over here doing, what I do and what this person does, okay? They have the same page for desktop and mobile. Mine are optimized, like I've told you before. And I've shown you how you can do that in ClickFunnels. So it's not like you don't have to have my mobile opt-in software to be optimizing. You can optimize in ClickFunnels, right? So that's difference number 1. Difference number 2 is their autoresponder series, look at this, doesn't exist. They don't have one. Mine is now 300 plus days long. So here's what that means. That means that when people come in to my profit cycle, all right, I want you to be very clear. When people come into my profit cycle, when they come through this little traffic spot right here, okay, the difference in my business and Marketer X's business is that, first of all, I connect everything that you see highlighted in blue. I connect the traffic with the opt-in page and with the offer. So in other words, I make sure that everything matches up perfectly, okay? So that's step number one. Number two is down here in this profit zone, right down here, I have 300 days of emails, okay? 300 days of emails that go out with all different types of marketing. Now, I know a lot of you say, okay, Anthony, well, that just must be all of your own products, and this is your own little profit cycle. That's not true. Last month, I added in, well, not last month, I've been doing this, CPA offers, which I'm going to show you in just a second. I added CPA offers that have nothing to do with internet marketing. I'm talking like nothing to do with internet marketing at all, okay? So I had nothing to do with internet marketing. Those particular offers last month, okay, did about $175,000. They had, I want to be very clear with you so that you all understand you can duplicate this. You don't have to be Anthony Morrison to do it, right? That's the biggest misconception. And it's really a misconception, I think, from a lot of people that are not my regular Success Connection students that are kind of on here all the time. You know, in the real world, people look at me and they say, well, only Anthony can do that because everything Anthony does is selling Anthony's products. That's not true, though. Sure, I have a lot of great products and trainings and softwares and things that I can put into my profit cycle funnels and send out in emails. But that's not the only thing that I have, right? And so what I always look at is hey, what ways could we potentially generate more money from the list that we have? How many of you have read about that Facebook data issue? Just say yes if you've read that. So lots and lots of people saying yes. Okay. So let me explain to you what really happened. Was somebody took data, okay, that had nothing to do with, say, the presidential election. They took data. Now, mind you, they took data in an unethical, probably illegal, I don't know all the details about it. I just know that they shouldn't have done it, right? But they took data, and then they turned around and they said, hey, all this data, 37 million or 100 million or whatever it is, all this data, these people also might be interested in all these other things. So even though this data might have come in to play Candy Crush, and I'm not saying that's what it was, I'm saying a game on your phone, those are still people that are interested in other things. One problem that marketers have is that they get caught into what I call my comfort box, right? This is a place you don't want to be. Write that down and make sure that you understand. You do not want to be in your comfort zone and in a box. You always want to think about what's happening all outside of that box, because oftentimes that's where the optimization is. If you are always doing every single thing the same way every single time, you're not optimizing anything. You're just existing. You've got to think outside of the box. And so here's what I said. I said, well, gosh, the people that get on our lists and the people that join our webinars and the people that buy our products, you know what? These are all people that might be interested in education, like ongoing education, becoming a nurse, becoming a medical practitioner, all those types of things. These are people that might want to lower their car insurance, right? Because they still have cars. Just because they've decided, hey, I want to make money on the internet, doesn't mean they don't have a car. Doesn't mean that they might not still want to be going to nursing school, right? Doesn't mean that they might not want to refinance their house. CPA offers allow you to kind of tap into other worlds, okay, that have nothing to do with whatever the world is that you built your list on. So if you built your list and this was an internet marketing style list, okay, that's great. 100, that's phenomenal. What's up, Kevin? Kevin Orm is on here. By the way, Kevin, he just said this is just what he needs for his fan page domination list of 40,000 people. Kevin, that is ridiculous. If you don't mind posting in the Success Connection group a screenshot that you got 40,000 subscribers from the fan page domination thing, that's just awesome, man. 40,000, that's bigger than it was last time we talked. So that's phenomenal. And that's the point. is listen, and everybody don't be bothering Kevin for trying to get him to help you have to do this and that. Kevin's running his own business. But the point is that when you build your list, there are other ways to monetize it. So back to my case study, okay? Now, here's the crazy thing. I want you to read this real clearly. This marketer spent $135,000 on Facebook ads last month, okay? So this marketer spent $135,000 on Facebook ads last month. I spent $92,000 on Facebook last month, okay? So I spent $92,000 on Facebook last month, all right? Some of you are asking who this marketer is. I cannot tell you who this marketer is. I will not tell you. I refuse. Okay. So $135,000. Now, the typical cost per lead on Facebook is a little bit more expensive for what we do. It's not so cheap, right? It's not just like, oh my gosh, you know, really cheap type of advertising. I would say that on average, and I'm not gonna have exact numbers. If I do a full-blown case study on this, I'll tell you, $135,000 spent, and on average, we get leads for about $8. So subscribers about $8. So that's 16,875 leads. New subscribers on his email list. For me, that's probably going to, it's a little bit less. It's 11,500 leads. Okay, so leads, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, you know, depending. Okay, now who's ready to see the revenue difference? Okay, the revenue difference in these two businesses. Mind you, okay, pay very close attention to this. This marketer got 16,875 leads. I got 11,000. That means this person is plus 5,000 leads. So 5,000 more subscribers than me that month. The difference in revenue. All right. My revenue from everything that is in this funnel, right, which absolutely has nothing to do with the Success Connection webinar or anything like that. This is just other funnels that we run. All right. We will put, we'll just put it on. Okay. Let's see. Draw it in here. Revenue. This is revenue. All right. So this person generated, and we're just going to do rough numbers, $300,000. Now, this seems like a pretty good number. 300,000 minus the 135,000 that he spent on advertising. This is somebody, some of you asked me if this is my brother. It's not my brother. I wouldn't let my brother do this. That's a profit of $165,000 for the month. That's great. How many of you would be excited about this? This is somebody I saw when I was in Orlando the other week when I went for a day, right? It's one of the people at the funnel hacking event that wanted me to teach them back-end marketing. And this is why, because through this conversation, we're sitting there and we're saying, wow, you did really good. You made $165,000 this month. That's really phenomenal. But what happens is that people normally teach you a small part of the puzzle. And if you're missing any of these elements, if you're missing any of this stuff right here that I talked about, if you're not matching things up like I've talked about, if you're not putting 1, 2, and 3 together, okay, and then of course making sure that you are implementing everything in this profit zone, which is sending emails and generating revenue and all that stuff, well then you could be making $165,000, and that's phenomenal, but that doesn't mean that you're making as much as you possibly can. Our revenue, okay, on this particular funnel was over $800,000. Over $800,000, right? Over $800,000. How does that work? Every single marketer that I met asked me, what in the world am I doing? How is it that I generated way more money off of way less spend, right, than he generated off of more spend? How is that even possible, right? It shouldn't really be possible. But the difference is that most people, okay, and this is what I want you to pay close attention to, because I want you to understand how to do this, even though other people might not. Most people's biggest mistake, okay, their big mistake is they only focus on what we call the front end. This is the biggest mistake. What they look at, and what most people look at, is how much money am I making, okay? If I go through this process, and maybe I can find like a weird color and go with pink. How much money can I make by the time somebody goes from right here, okay, over to step 3? And what's my profit? And that's all they care about, right? That's all they care about. They don't care about this. They don't care about that. And then what they don't do is they don't go in and they don't optimize, again, traffic with the opt-in page and with the offer. So what happens is their front end might make a little bit of money, but it's not optimized, okay, to make the most money that it could. So the front end means everything that happens before you start sending emails to your list. It's when you get some traffic that comes in, you opt them into your list. What do you do with them after that point? Most people are always trying to make that profitable by tinkering around with certain things, but they don't tinker with all the right things. We want to match up our traffic source with our opt-in page, and now the final cap on that is matching up the offer. For instance, I told you guys about mobile traffic, okay? Now, how many of you have seen Instagram stories? Just say yes if you've seen Instagram stories, okay? Lots and lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. In fact, tons of people saying yes. Very good. Okay, so lots of people saying yes, some people saying no. So here's my Instagram story. You can kind of see it loading. This was a picture of Chloe from last night. This is a picture of me attempting to film an Instagram story of where I'm building a big shopping center here while driving. This is me doing it while it cuts off. You might can kind of see it. It's called Instagram Stories. Now, today, 400 people have seen this little picture of Chloe, right? And I don't have a big Instagram following at all. I only have like 15,000 followers. You could get more followers yourself, right? I mean, there's tons of people that have more followers on Instagram than me because I just simply can't ever make myself actually sit there and film my whole life. Most of the time, my Instagram stuff is completely stupid, but I'm working on it, and here's why I'm working on it. You see, if you set up a profit cycle and you want to get traffic from Instagram, how many of you have heard of influencer advertising? Just say yes if you have. Okay. So lots and lots of people saying influencer advertising. You've heard of it. Well, here's the deal. What that means is it's very easy to go online. There's services that will literally let influencers, people that have a lot of followers on Instagram, advertise for you. Okay. So literally they will advertise for you. Influencer advertising is huge because look, you don't have to go and get all those followers and all those fans and all that stuff if you don't want to. You can legitimately just say, hey, there's somebody that's got 100,000 fans and they're all interested in whatever it is that you want to promote. So I might as well see if they will do an Instagram story or a shout out or whatever it is on Instagram for me or for my business. Here's the thing that people screw up. On Instagram stories, what you can do is, it's super simple. People don't even have to click to come to your link. They just slide up. It's called swipe up. They swipe up. And when they swipe up, it loads your page. Do you guys think that it would be extremely important to have had this opt-in page right here at number 2 designed to look good when somebody on Instagram clicks it, yes or no? Okay, I see lots of yes. If you had a crappy looking page with a video and all that stuff on it, and here you are on Instagram where people are already doing all kinds of stuff, you're not going to get the opt-in rate that you want. Now, likewise, if you're trying to make money off of that, if you say you paid somebody X amount of dollars, right? And now you want to make money from that Instagram shout out, from that influencer promotion. Well, here's the thing. You can't put an offer in there that requires them to go sign up for something that's going to take 3 months to get, or buy something that's going to take 10 minutes to watch a video. What you need is some type of lead generation offer, right? You need something where they can quickly, easily, fast do some kind of activity that makes you money. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Everybody says yes, 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 yes. Very good. All right. So you want something that's simple, fast, and easy when you're matching it up with, say, Instagram traffic. Facebook traffic, little bit, they normally got a little bit more time. They're used to advertising. And so the way that somebody clicks an ad on Facebook, the environment that they're in, they're a little more attentive than they are on Instagram. They're far more attentive on Google and even YouTube at that moment. So you change the way that you do your advertising, which we talked about last week. We talked about matching things up. So if you missed that, please go back and watch it, because it's a great training. It'll really, really help you to maximize how much money you can make. So back to this. What I do, okay, to generate these much bigger numbers is I match all of these things up, and I utilize inside of my autoresponder CPA offers. In other words, I am always looking for how can I make more money, okay, while providing the things that people actually want. And so I'm going to show you real fast. Let's see here. I think I'm going to show you real fast. I hope I am. Let's see. Inside of one of these accounts. Now, this is for a specific account that you guys will get to follow now. All right? So this is a specific account. Doesn't mean that you need to go sign up at this network or anything. This is a specific account that I have. Do you all see that it's brand new? Do you see where it says year to date I've made $0, right? I got them to activate this account for me a couple days ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chronicle and show you how I make money with these CPA offers in conjunction with, okay, all of my email lists and my funnels and our solo ad funnels and all of that stuff. I'm going to show you how you can turn around and build up and make more money. And here's why. When you go to one of these CPA networks, you go up here to these things called campaigns. Now, I want you to all look right here. I'll see if I can't zoom in. If I get it too big on my screen, I can't see it. But let's try to get it over here. It's so big that I have to scroll around. Does everybody see the UM there that says pay per click, per sale, per lead, per card issued, those types of things? Okay? All right, I see lots of yeses. Okay, what that's doing is that's telling you how you get paid. Okay? That's telling you how you will get paid when somebody fills out this offer. Now, in the past, I've told you, hey, look, the easiest thing in the world is to get paid, you know, obviously per click, but it's also really easy to get paid per lead, right? I mean, they don't have to buy anything, so it's super simple. But here's one thing that I figured out, okay? And this is where again, always be optimizing. Never trust that somebody else knows what they're doing. How many of you feel like there's a good chance that some of these per lead offers right here are not optimized for mobile traffic? Meaning the page does not show up well on mobile traffic because the advertiser, I see lots of yeses, the people that build these pages, they're not always the smartest people. They're not, because look, they pay per lead, okay? So let me just show you real fast what that means. Okay, that means something like this. Okay, let's do a real quick example. Okay, so this is an example. All right, you got traffic that comes in. okay, you pay, okay? You spend your money on that traffic. That traffic, let's just say, it doesn't matter if it goes to your profit cycle or not, it ends up hitting the CPA offer page, okay? And then there's some kind of form in there where they got to fill something out. When they fill something out, you get paid. All right, so you get money. Okay, so would you agree with me, okay, would you agree with me that at the end of the day, almost doesn't matter what the conversion rate is, doesn't even matter to the advertiser. Can everybody see why it doesn't matter? Because, yeah, exactly, they don't care if you get 1,000 clicks to this page and only one conversion, or if you get 5 clicks and get 1 conversion, because they only pay for a conversion. You are paying for this traffic, right? You're paying to get somebody to this page, right? So you care what the conversion rate is. You do care. And so what that means is the #1 rule for CPA marketing: always check the landing page. Always check the landing page. What that means is always look at what your customers are going to see. And when you check it on a mobile device too. And make sure that when you look at that it's easy to fill out the form, that you can see it, that it doesn't show up in weird ways on your computer versus your versus your phone. Okay, so let's take a look. A lot of these have what we call these little, if I can get it to show up here, these little preview buttons. You see where this says preview? So let's just take a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search. You can search by campaign. All right, I want you to look at all these different opportunities in here. Now, what I've always found is that, look, there are a lot of people that are interested in education. There's a ton of people that are interested in credit repair, credit cards. I got started online marketing credit cards. How many of you did not know that? Type the #2 in if you did not know that. Most everybody didn't know that. It's because I really don't tell. I used to tell my story all the time. And I wrote a book about it. And at the end of the day, that was what I talked about on my television show for so long, that I wanted to try to move away from gosh, my whole family had a disaster and I was able to figure out how to make money and save them and please follow me. And I wanted to really just try to focus more on, hey, look what I'm doing now. Look at the results I'm getting. Maybe I can help you, versus this whole despair story, right? Although that was just my life. I started making money selling Mustang parts. I should probably be more clear. I started selling Mustang performance parts online. But when I really got into, that was e-commerce. And back then that wasn't really quote unquote an internet business. It was because I was selling the stuff, but it was still just e-commerce. It wasn't something new like affiliate marketing or anything. So I started doing affiliate marketing for credit card offers. 10 years, well, it would have been, I'm 35 now. So it would have been over 10 years ago, give or take a decade ago though. I was doing credit card marketing and I was making $150,000 to $200,000 a month. So $150,000 to $200,000 a month. I did not have an email list because I didn't know how to build one. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know that there was the reason to do that. I actually ended up by accident building an email list on a site that somebody off eBay, I paid somebody $200 on eBay to build me a website. They put this little form capture thing on there, captured all these email addresses, never sent them an email because didn't even know where they were going. They were in some database on my server. Never sent an email, never made a single dollar from that, but made $200,000 a month. And here's the thing. I was thrilled because I was making $200,000. I was spending like $30,000. I was making $170,000 profit. It was simple. It was easy. It was hands-free. It was automated. I was happy. But I would have been much happier, okay, much happier if I had spent the time to understand email marketing and email the 400,000 people that opted into the no way, shape, or form optimized web forms, I would have made millions more dollars, millions upon millions upon millions more dollars if I had just known then what I know now. That's the whole reason I do these webinars, is to try to tell you now what I did not know then. Because if you're at that step in your business, and if you're at that step in your learning this internet marketing thing, then you can skip all the error, right? And all the mistakes that I made by listening, by learning, by focusing, and by doing the things that I share with you, because we learn from our mistakes. That's what entrepreneurs do. You know, somebody told me at that event, I got this 8-figure award or whatever. And, you know, I mean, look, that's exciting award, but I did 8 figures 10 years ago. So it isn't like this is this brand new thing for me. You know, it just isn't. I'm at well over 9 figures now with our business. And so for me, it's more about inspiring other people. It's more about showing up saying, look, I did 8 figures. Now more people are going to come ask me how I did it. I'm going to be able to share with them, just like I was telling you, this other marketer that is missing out on a ton of money. But the thing is that we all get to that point by making mistakes and learning from them. So if you've made a mistake in your business, or if you feel like you've made a mistake that's cost you money or that's cost you time, it's okay. The point is to learn from that, right? And my job here, at least it's my kind of self-appointed job and theory, is if I can help you to avoid those mistakes that cost you money or prevent you from making more money, then more power to me, more power to you, because that's where you're going. That's where we both succeed at a much higher level. You know, for a long time, guys, 3.5 years of teaching this webinar, I never let anybody promote my products. I focused on teaching, just educating, sharing with you stuff like I'm sharing tonight, how you can optimize and monetize and make more money from the things that you're already doing, right? How can you make more money from what it is that I teach you? Because I wanted you to be able to be successful. And then when I did release, you know, earlier this year, I released our ambassador program, which allows you to be a partner of ours, work within our company and promote all of our products and let us help you to promote them. What's amazing is that back in the day, if I had released a program like that, everyone would have bought it. No one would have used it. That would have been the mantra. And the reason that no one would have used it is because they wouldn't have understood how. They wouldn't have understood, what is an email list? How do I send email? What type of copy should I write? How do I get traffic? What's a solo ad? All of this, what's ClickFunnels? All of those things. They wouldn't have understood it. And so it would have been selling a product, making money, saying, yes, I made some money today, and boom, nobody gets results and nobody does anything. So I spent all this time teaching. And what's very interesting to me is, like I told you earlier, the $200,000 or so that our ambassadors have generated, there's probably a ton of people in this webinar that have made a ton of money that are not ambassadors of mine, that are not promoting, you know, my products or anything like that. And you don't have to promote my product. That's fine. But I can see that $200,000. You see what I'm saying? So like, I can see the $200,000 that our ambassadors have made. And it's exciting because I can see that people are out there plugging away and they're generating sales and they're making more money. And that's what's so phenomenal about what we're doing, is that when you learn this kind of stuff, now you don't feel helpless. You can actually implement what I'm teaching. And we can see the results, right? We can literally see the results happening every day now inside of our company with our ambassador program. So there are different things that can be done to make you more money. And it's your job to plug into those things and do those things, because at the end of the day, it just makes sense. Now, credit cards were, again, one of the ways that I first made money online, right? So literally very first way that I made money. But then you've got all of these other types of offers that people can promote. So what I was telling you is lining up, let's see. All right, lining up the offer with the type of traffic and really what's happening, right? Well, one of the things that we do a lot with is education, right? Now, this is a brand new account, so I can't promise you that I even have any education offers in here, because I literally got this. There are no results for education, because when you want to promote education, you have to get approved for it. So you have to kind of tell these people, I'm not a scammer, I'm not a spammer. I haven't even gotten myself approved for it. But we promote a lot of other stuff. So we promote, like, let's see. And this might also be the thing here. Go to this. Okay. So, and I might actually have some education. I just haven't been approved for it in this account yet. So hold on. Nope. So they just literally hide education from everybody. It's funny. So you'll want to ask for education offers no matter where you go. But look at these different automotive style offers. Okay. So you got all these different automotive style offers. These are different warranties. Okay. So our auto warranty values. Now, here's what is so important. If you look at this, okay, and you click this little preview button here, it's going to bring the page up for you. Now, I want you to look at this page. This page does not look like something that's going to be very easy for somebody to convert that watched something on Instagram does it, or that's on their mobile phone. First of all this animated stuff like this, see these little things twiddling around and stuff, these are not really ideal things for mobile, okay? You'll notice that this also requires people to select, like they gotta keep, see what I'm saying? You gotta keep selecting things. You don't know when it's gonna end. So a lot of times when people are clicking around on stuff like this, they're just angry because they never know when is it going to end, right? So you've got offers like that one, but then you've got offers, and I can try to find maybe like Allied. I know we've promoted this one. Let's see. All right. So offers like this. This right here pays you when somebody just submits. All they got to do is submit that zip code and click if they are currently insured or not. That's it, and hit find lower rates, right? Pretty simple. Now, we get paid less, okay? This is something that you got to pay attention to when you're looking at offers. This offer is going to convert, in my opinion, at a higher rate than the other one. But look, they pay you $4.80 instead of $13. So what you've got to do is make sure that it converts at least 3 times higher than the other offer. Does that make sense to everybody? So again, what this is this is looking at every single phase of the business and optimizing every single phase of the business so that you are generating the most money you possibly can. There are so many industries and so many niches. Look, you got automotive. I would not promote anything in this BizOp category, okay? So whatever all this crap is in here, like, let's see, I don't know really what it is, but whatever it is, from anybody on any network, it's normally, like, they don't even have much on here. So that's good. But I wouldn't promote BizOp stuff. But there's health and beauty, right? So, I mean, there's always tons of health and beauty. I mean, look, slim and tone leggings, you know, Keybiotics, Neurogym. So Neurogym's great. That's John Asaroff. And I mean, you've got lots and lots and lots of offers that make sense, okay, that I think will do really well for you and for your list. So there's tons and tons and tons of them inside of here that allow you, and there's 47 of these offers. You can see down here, there's multiple pages. And then you can go through, look, financial offers, okay? This would be stuff that's going to help you like learn how to do stock investing. Here's a crypto investing course. I don't know much about it, but there's stuff in there. You can lower your insurance and you can find insurance, you know. You know how many people search online for health plans, for Medicare plans, for health insurance, all of these types of things? There's 16 offers in here for this. What about mortgages? Okay, this is a huge industry because there's always people that are looking to lower their house payments, right? So massive industries, and they pay you a lot of money. And again, most all of this is pay per lead. The difference in what you see, for the most part anyway, in these affiliate networks that are CPA networks is a lot of times you're going to see these per lead, per email submit type of offers. This is the kind of stuff that makes quick money real fast, right? Because it just stands to reason that people don't mind putting in their email address versus, you know, buying something. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so I see lots and lots of yeses. So the idea is, at least the idea for me, for you, is to make sure that you connect all of the dots in your business. Don't just connect one. Don't just do one. Focus on all of the stuff that you see in the blue here, because the stuff in the blue is the stuff that's going to make the most money. Everybody understand that? Just give me a big yes in the chat box if you understand that. All right, I see lots and lots of yeses coming in the chat box. Very good. All right, so you want to make sure that you focus on all these. Now, I have had people ask me questions like, well, okay, but how do I know how to promote offers that I don't understand? If I don't know what NeuroGym is, then how can I promote that to my list? Well, it's real simple. The easiest thing to do, and this is what I do every single time that I do it, I research the offer. I look at what is NeuroGym. How, why would somebody want that offer? What are people saying about it? All you got to do is Google it. And you can pretty much bet that whenever you Google it, you're going to find probably the worst information that you possibly can about it. How many of you would agree? Just say yes? Okay, I see lots of yeses. Typically, Google is the bearer of all bad news and all fake news, okay? I cannot tell you how many people have made a fortune by saying Anthony Morrison, scam, and then they promote their own crap, right? They just know that people like you are looking for me online, trying to find my courses, all that stuff. And then it's just nonstop fake reviews and all that stuff. So I wouldn't, buy into the fakeness of it. What I would do is, or the negative, what I would do is I would look at what is it, right? Like tangibly, what is the product? What are people learning? So that you can understand how to promote it. Does that make sense? Okay. Very good. Craig says, I've looked, not all of it is fake or bad. I don't know if you're talking about me or just other products or whatever, but I can promise you that a lot of stuff is, a lot of stuff that you see is on Google anyway, is there because somebody paid to make it be there, right? I mean, that's part of the game, is people are paying to make it be there. And so, look, when I met Alexa, when I met my wife, I went up to Seattle. Well, it was when I first was going to meet her. And I went up to Seattle to meet her. And she had seen me on television. Her parents saw me at a event that I was speaking at with I think John Asseroff was there, Bob Proctor. It was 3 Feet from Gold. It was a charity event. Anyway, her parents had told their other family members who I was. And so anyway, her aunt wrote an email and she was just like, you guys should be careful. There's all this scam stuff about him on the internet. And of course, she's never met me, right? Her parents, on the other hand, had met me. I didn't know, but I mean, they had met me at the event. They kind of, pretty easy to, it's pretty easy to find, the real versus the fake type stuff. Cheryl says they pay to have on your Facebook group page on the right side. Cheryl, who's paying to be on the right side of my Facebook group? I don't know. There's ads there, that's for sure. But the point is even like when I met my wife, her parents or some of her family members' initial reaction was, "Wow, look what Google says," right? and it's amazing because that's what really does happen. And I always try to steer you guys clear from that type of stuff, not just from reading. And I don't care really if you haven't read it, read it. It doesn't matter to me. What you should be not doing though is you should be never doing that type of marketing. Does everybody understand that? Just say yes. Never do that type of marketing. You never know when somebody's going to sue you for it. I've seen a few of them that I've called. But if I sued everybody that was doing it, I would just do nothing but sue people, and I would never be sitting around here to help you. I would just be sitting in court all the time, which is not a very good use of time and energy. But don't do unethical things, right? It's just ridiculous. And so, but at the end of the day, you're going to see that kind of stuff when you look at the different offers and stuff like that. So research things and form your own opinion. Don't let other people form your opinions for you, right? Case in point as to why you should always go with your gut. All right, and I'll wrap this webinar up in just a minute, and I'm going to tell you guys how you can get the free one-on-one mentoring. Okay, I'm going to give you a prime example of why you should always be educated yourself. Now, this is kind of off of internet marketing. This is with anything in life. If I can share life stories with you, and if I can share education with you and life experiences with you, then I feel like I can help you be a better entrepreneur, maybe a better wife or a better husband or a better son or whatever, right? We can all learn from everyone else's experiences. Let me tell you this quick story, and I promise I won't harp on it. But today, for the first time in 37 days, my dad got out of bed. He can't walk, but we were able to put him in a wheelchair. He's only been out of the bed this year for 4 days. 4 days out of this year, he's been out of the bed. The rest of the days, bedridden. And there were a couple of days, like I said, in between in the 37-day span here where he was able to get up. Today was the first day he was able to get in a wheelchair. Seems like a small thing to most people, right? Seems like, oh, well, he's in a wheelchair. But when you've been bedridden and when you've watched somebody you love, somebody you care about, just laying and begging to get out of the bed, every fiber of their being, it's all of a sudden becomes this huge experience when he could smell outside again, right? Feel the sun again. Was such such a great experience today. But the point is, and this is the reason why I'm telling you this. 2 weeks ago, I sat in a hospital and a doctor told me that we should put my dad in hospice, that he probably wasn't going to live 3 or 4 days, and that we should make him comfortable and let him go. What people don't realize is that almost everyone in their education, they live in this box, right? They live in this box, and they think it's a one for all, right? It's a one size fits all. It's like an adjustable cap. It's like spandex type pants, whatever. It's one size fits all. But that's not true, right? Just like one landing page doesn't fit all types of traffic. Things in life aren't always the same for every single person, just like they're not same for every single traffic source, right? My dad was literally this close to death twice. I mean, we're talking like blood pressures that were terrible, just everything terrible. But because I'm educated, right? I'm educated on him, right? Call him a traffic source. I'm educated on him. I know everything about his health, everything, for 3.5 years. You see, what that allows is, it allows for me to know more and be more educated, smarter, and make better decisions than doctors who have been doing this for 20 years. Just like you can make better decisions and do better at this type of marketing than marketers that have been doing this for 20 years. If you make it your point to be educated, and if you make it your mission to never fall into this little category and this little box, one size doesn't always fit all. My dad is perfectly fine. His blood sugar is back to normal. His platelets are back to normal. His white blood cells, his hemoglobin, his red blood cell counts, the lactic acid numbers, that built up in his body, the fluid count. In other words, the amount of fluid that had been retained in his body. All of these things, they said, oh, of course, this means his body's shutting down. 3 weeks ago, my dad's arms looked like an atomic bomb went off on him. There were so many cuts, so many bruises. So his whole arm was purple, red, and bloody, right? I came in and I changed the way that we were treating him. I took all the bandages off. I let it breathe. I quit doing it the way that everybody else does it. His arms healed. His arms healed, his body healed. His body began to heal, his mind began to heal. When his mind began to heal, it helped his body heal. And now, here we are, and I'm not saying that he's going to be fine. I'm not saying he's going to live for another 20 years. What I'm saying is that my dad got to go outside today. and he got to get out of the bed, and he got to sit at the kitchen table at my parents' house and look out their window, which is something he's been begging to do for 3 months now. That had I listened to people who were experts and who live in this little box right here, he would have never been able to experience that. We would have put him in hospice. He would be dead by now. We would have given up on him. There's a lot of lessons in life that you can learn, and there's a lot of things that you can take from life and apply to your marketing, apply to your business. You know, everything isn't always about a Facebook ad, a click, how much it costs, and all that stuff. A lot of times we can take the lessons in our life and we can apply them to our business as entrepreneurs. You know, always tell you guys, never give up. There wasn't a single day that I gave up on my dad, but you know, not everybody has that mentality. A lot of times they say it's time to give up, right? Well, I wasn't going to give up until he literally wasn't breathing. And you know, they could see that. So eventually they just kind of let me take over. But the point is that we can learn lessons about, you know, not giving up, not always feeling like and thinking that one size fits all. And just because this other marketer does one thing doesn't mean that you have to do it. You have to find your own way and what works for you and for your list. I have people all the time that tell me, Anthony, I have a list and it's got 700 people on it, and I sent the exact email that you said to send, and I didn't make the same amount of money that you made. And my answer to them is we're not the same. My list isn't the same as your list, right? No more than my dad is the same as any other patient in that hospital was. Everyone has to be treated differently. Everyone has to be studied. Everyone has to be learned so that we know how to optimize, right? So again, so many lessons that you can learn in life from life and that you can apply to your business, right? And I want you to always be aware of that. Always be mindful of that. Always be, you know, aware of the things that are going on around you, because I'm telling you right now, they can help you as a person, but they can also help you, you know, turn into a much better marketer, because you're not surrounding yourself with the norm. You're all of a sudden creating your own norm. And that is when you become truly powerful, truly in control of your own business, your own life, and where you want to go, right? You can't be influenced or pushed in different directions by other people who are kind of living status quo and treating things and doing things and marketing things the status quo way, right? So super important. And look at this. I'm going to show you this. You can't even make this stuff up. His doctors asked me how he's doing. It's 9 o'clock at night, and his doctor just texted me. I don't know if you can see it, and said, "How is your dad doing?" We've literally gone from them telling me how he's doing to me telling them how he's doing. And that literally my phone just vibrated and just came in. And you can do that too. You could be telling me how to do awesome things in your marketing and how to do awesome things to make more money. It doesn't always have to be me telling you. All you have to do is dedicate yourself. And that's the reason why I want to do this one-on-one mentoring. That's the reason why I want to give you guys this opportunity, because I want to be able to share with you I want to learn from you what have I done well, where have I possibly failed, and then I want to try to make it my mission to do better at what I failed at, right, and what I haven't done good at. And so that's the reason why we're doing this one-on-one mentoring. So let me just quickly share with you how we're going to do this and how I'm going to pick my winner. Okay. First of all, how many of you enjoyed tonight's lesson? If you enjoyed tonight's lesson, I would much appreciate a shout out to my dad on Facebook or in our Success Connection group, if you're in the group, or if you're watching this on Facebook Live, or if you know how to get to the Facebook Live on my fan page, just tell them congrats for getting in a wheelchair. Like I said, most people would never understand how important that really is and what a big deal that really can be. And so I always share with him, you know, when there's 1,000 people in here tonight. So when there's 1,000 people saying, "Great job," the power of positivity, right? I mean, it's there. So let me show you how you guys can get access to my this mentoring, okay? And it's real simple. There's no hoops to jump through or anything like that. There's no trick. There's no purchase and all that kind of weird stuff. I'm truly just picking somebody to give this away for free. Okay, so let me try to, I don't even know what that is. Let's do like that. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up here. All right. It's going to show up on the screen. All right, so tell me, can everybody see that? All right. Can everybody see my screen with the form there? Okay, very good. So I see lots and lots of people can see that. Okay, so the question is, how are you able to get this coaching from me? And the answer is, all I really want from you is feedback on you. Because at the end of the day, I want to know, you guys already know, first of all, this isn't a lead grab. I already have all your information. I'll read you some of these questions really quickly. How much money are you able to invest in your business? That's an important question, because if you say I can't invest $1 in my business, then I've got to come up with some other way to teach you, right? Like I know you might not can see the questions. Let's see if I can zoom it in. Let's see. Let's see if I can't get it a little bigger. There we go. Okay. So there's some questions. I'm going to give you the link in just a second, so hold tight. When I say invest in your business, I don't mean with me. I don't mean buy my stuff. I'm talking about, can you invest a couple dollars in a Facebook ad? Can you buy a solo ad? Can you, spend $2 on Instagram? Or do you just have no money to spend on advertising, and so you need me to come up with some way to teach you without advertising, right? And by the way, I want to be very clear. Truthful answers win. Okay, so if I pick you and you said I can invest more than $3,000, and I say, hey, all right, look, let's spend $500 on this particular advertising for this page that we've built together, and you say, well, I can't really do that. I can't spend $500, and you said you could spend $3,000, then I'm not going to be very happy. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, now mind you, we will build a funnel out together. We're going to go through the whole process. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that, I want you to answer this stuff truthfully. Okay. I also want to know what your biggest pain point is. Okay. So what's your biggest pain point? What is the hardest thing for you to do right now? All right. So what's your biggest pain point? Are you following me on Instagram? Why do I want to know if you're following me on Instagram? Can anybody answer that for me? Why would I want to know that? Okay, because if you're following me on Instagram, then that means I can probably teach you Instagram traffic. If you're not following me on Instagram, then likely you don't have an Instagram account, and I probably won't want to focus on Instagram advertising. I highly suggest that you do follow me on Instagram. It's a good lesson to learn how to do it wrong. Do you currently post in our Success Connection group? I want to know, are you actually engaged and involved and paying attention, right? Are you willing to spend about 3 hours with me? So I need to know, do you have time? I don't want to give away a mentoring to somebody that doesn't have time for the mentoring. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So do you have some time? And then are you willing to give me regular updates, right? If you're going to be a mentoring student, then what I want to do is I want to be able to use that as a case study. I want to be able to say, look at this conversation that I have with Jim or with John or with Tammy or whatever, right? So again, you have to be willing to actually participate on some level yourself too, right? And then I want you to tell me a little bit about you, okay? So you'll see right down here, it says, tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know a little bit about who you are, why you're here, what's your story. You know my story. I want to know yours. And so it's real easy for me to be able to read through this and see what your story actually is. Does that sound fair to everybody? Just say yes. If you're going to fill this out, anybody can participate. We'll probably do this mentoring on like this on a webinar, but just me and you. So just two of us, camera on, walk through, probably even easier that way. It's definitely cheaper because you don't have to fly anywhere. So you can be anywhere in the world. Everybody's eligible that fills this form out tonight. What I'm going to do is spend the weekend going through these and reading them. And I'm not going to, there's no right or wrong answer. I want you to be very clear about that. Just because you can spend $3,000 and you post every week doesn't mean that the person that can't spend $500 isn't going to win. My goal is to find, I'm going to randomly select. I'm going to randomly select one of our winners, but I'm going to read all of these, okay? And once I read them, we'll select a winner. And of course, I expect everything that you put in here to be truthful. Now, being upfront and honest, this data doesn't go to anybody except me. I'm not using it for anything. In fact, if I don't have your email address, I won't even get, this doesn't even go to my email list. It stays in this little form page thing. In other words, you'll get no emails, okay, from me. I do want you to put your real phone number in there, just simply so we can call you if you win, okay? And of course, that makes sense. We need to be able to talk to you. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you access to this form right now. All right, I'm going to give you the link. You're going to fill it out. And then next week live, the very first thing we are doing when we start the Success Connection next week is picking our winner. And here's something that I didn't tell you we were going to do next week, but I'm going to tell you now. There's going to be one winner that I pick right now over the weekend, okay? And I'll know who that winner is going to be when we arrive next week. There will also be one winner picked during the webinar. So literally, during next week's webinar, I'm going to pick one more winner from our chat box, meaning over here where everybody comments, one person that's live with me next week, provided you were here this week, okay? Won't count if you're not here this week and you haven't filled the form out. You have to fill the form out. I'll pick a winner, and then I'm going to look and make sure you filled a form out, and then I'll give you the ability to have mentoring too. So I'm actually going to do it for 2 people. So next week, here's our next week agenda real fast. I'm going to give you, we've been testing some new funnels, and we found some new funnels that are working really well. I'm going to give you 3 new funnels. So there will be 3 new funnels released next week. Funnel page is free, doesn't cost you anything. You have to have ClickFunnels. I'll show you how to get that in a second if you don't have it. So you're going to get 3 new funnels. I'm going to release and give away our mentoring to one person that right when we start the webinar. And then I'm going to give away our mentoring to one other person who is on with us live and also filled out this application or just this little questionnaire. Is that cool? Everybody say yes if that's good. All right, very good. So let me show you how you can get to this form. All right, so 1 second. The first thing that you want to do, okay, so the very first thing that you want to do right now is write this website address down that you see on your screen. Let me try to write that website address down. Do not go there if you're new, because if you're new, you're going to find out real fast that you can't actually get anything from there. So don't go there, and it'll probably mess up if you go there anyway. You won't see how to get to your link. So when you've written this website address down, type the number 1 in, okay? Type the number 1 in. When you've written it down, that's go.bsc.com/funnel, okay? So go.bsc.com/funnel, all right? That is the website address for all of our awesome, cool stuff that we give to our Success Connection students. In fact, I will show you really fast before I update the page, okay? You'll see there will be, this link does not work right now, okay? But in a little bit, it'll work once I update it. Let me show you really quickly this page. So if you're new, you know what's good and what's kind of going on. This page right here has a password. I'll give you the password in just a minute, okay? Once you do this, you can go here and get our Facebook alerts. I would highly suggest doing that. You can also get a free trial to ClickFunnels. The reason you want the free trial to ClickFunnels is you want all of those pages done for you and the funnels done for you. How many of you, I think everybody has ClickFunnels. How many of you don't have ClickFunnels? Type number 3 in if you don't, okay? All right, so there's probably some new people on here. Here's the thing. You can download funnels right here, right now, tonight for free. We build funnels for you like this right here. Here's a solo ad funnel that's got like 20 funnels in it, right? You can get this completely free. Literally all these funnels, all these pages done for you, dumped right into your account, completely free. All you've got to do to get them, it's pretty simple, is go to this page that I gave you the address to. I'll give you the password in a minute. First thing you want to do is click here and get ClickFunnels, because you do have to have ClickFunnels to make that work. And then you can download all of our funnels. This is funnels 1 through 3, funnels 4 through 7, funnels 8 through 11. And then we've got our solo ad workshop assets, which has all these other funnels. There's really almost 30 different funnels. So almost 30 different funnels that you have for free. It doesn't cost you anything. The only thing you have to do is have ClickFunnels. And that ClickFunnels link is right here. This is a free trial, and it will automatically load all of these funnels into your account, with ClickFunnels when you click on them. The funnels only work until midnight tonight. Does everybody understand that? Just say yes. Okay. They only work until midnight tonight, and then the links go down. So if you want these funnels and you don't have them, and you already have ClickFunnels, just come in here and click the links, and you'll have these funnels in 10 seconds. If you don't have ClickFunnels, then you need to get it, and you need to have it before next week, because we're releasing 3 new funnels, so it makes sense. You can get a free trial to it right here by clicking on this link. And then once you do that, open your account, and after you open your ClickFunnels account, come in here, click on these links, and it'll instantly give you the funnels. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? All right. Very good. Very good. I see lots of people saying yes. Okay, so let me make this link work right now, and then I will give you guys the password to this page, and we will be ready to rock and roll. All right, so we should be able to do like that, do like that, do like that. Perfect. All right, so now what you'll see when you go to this page is you'll see that the link is now active. Right here it says one-on-one mentoring questionnaire. So you'll want to click this link and fill this mentoring application out. And then, or it's not an application, just a questionnaire. And then you'll want to get your ClickFunnels accounts and get all of your funnels before next week. Now, a lot of you said, Anthony, how do I get to this page? Here's the website address right here. Okay, go.bsc.com/funnel. And here is the password. Who's ready for the password? All right. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying yes, 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 yes. First of all, who's going to leave me a comment on Facebook and let me know how well tonight went, if you enjoyed tonight, and of course, most importantly, give a shout out to my dad. Tell him congrats on getting in his wheelchair, and hopefully we can see him up and at him and enjoying life. Right? It's a great day when you can see somebody attain just small wins. Right? Small wins. That's how you win a game. Right? Baseball games, little bunt single, and all of a sudden you win. I mean, it's the name of the game, small wins, right? Base hits. You don't always have to hit home runs. Small little things can make the world spin for you. So really, really awesome. So the password to this page is seemingly fit mentor. The password to this page is mentor. So let me make this page a little bit smaller right now. There we go. The password to this page is mentor. So I've got them both up on the screen for you here. You should be able to see the link. So let me just get this link and this password highlighted. Bring this back up here. And you should be able to get onto this page and do these 3 things right here. And you've got your link. So if you guys see it, just say yes if you see that link and that link works. The password is mentor. All right, so everybody's saying they're in. Very good. So somebody said link not working. That's got to be something on your end, because it's working for tons and tons of people. Let's see. Yep, lots of people are in. Lots of people are in. Let's see. If you don't see the link to our form, you need to refresh the page. Okay. Has anybody clicked the mentoring link? All right, hold tight. Let me make sure the mentoring link works. Let's see. Mentoring link is working for me. So if you are not able to click this link, you need to refresh your screen, because that means you probably had this page saved and you've been here before. So has anybody been able to click on the link and actually get to the application? Type, or the questionnaire. Type number 1 in if you've been able to get to the questionnaire. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of people typing the number 1. So hold tight. Let's just make sure. I think a lot of you are actually cookied on the page, so please refresh your screen. That's what I was trying to tell you guys beforehand. I had an invalid link on there, and if you're cookied on the page, then you're going to end up seeing this. So let me just see if I can't go back here. Give me 1 second. Because it definitely is saved. Let me just save it again. All right. Can everybody do a hard refresh? All right. Very good. Very good. I see lots of people. All right. I'm also going to put it in this chat box just because, but again, a lot of times what happens is if you've already been on this page, it will not allow you to get, I mean, you have to refresh the page, in other words, right? So it's just kind of part of it. But let me pull it up myself. Hold on. I'm actually going to type the password in myself and everything. Let's see. And I think what you see, yeah. Okay, so it did the same thing to me. And what you have to do is do what we call a hard refresh. Okay, if you see black font, hold the shift key and refresh the page. So hold the shift key and refresh the page, and it will work, I promise you. But I'm also going to put your application link in the chat box here too. So the questionnaire link is in the chat box as well. Do not share that with anybody. So the questionnaire link is in this chat box, but you should be able to get it, I promise you. The only reason that if you're seeing black text there, you got to hold your shift key and refresh the page. All right. I see lots of people saying, yep, that worked, that worked. Please remember this. You guys are coming to the same page every day, or not every day, but every week for these assets. What ends up happening is your computer basically creates a cache. It knows that you're coming here, so it kind of saves the information on the page. Anytime you want to get the most up-to-date information, you've got to hit the shift key and hold it down, and then hit the refresh button on the screen, and you're good to go. So if you've been able to get to the link now, type the number 5 in, because I've typed in every number. So it should work on any computer when you hard refresh like that. So we got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of 5s. So hard refresh. If you're on a PC, I don't know how to hard refresh, but I think the shift key still works. If not, and you still can't see it, okay, I've put the link for you in our chat box on GoToWebinar. So there's a link that shows up right down here. I'll pop it in there again. That'll take you directly to that web form. Here's the thing. That web form will only allow you to submit one time. So take your time, fill it out, and then submit it one single time. It will only allow you to submit one time. That way I don't have to read 53 duplicates because you typed it wrong or something. You misspelled a word and freaked out. Take your time, answer the questions. I'll be going through these this weekend to really pick the winner before we go live next week. And then, of course, once we're live next week, I'm going to pick another winner, okay, which should be phenomenal. Everybody should really love it. And I'm going to give you guys, Denise said, how long do you have to fill this questionnaire out? Really, I plan on turning it off. All these links turn off at midnight. So you're talking about, for me, 2 hours, hour and a half, 2.5 hours. So all of these links turn off for me in a couple of hours. It really isn't that much. It should take you 5 minutes, to answer these questions, if even 5 minutes. Don't spend forever and a year on it, right? Just answer the questions, and it should be a lot of, it's just simple stuff. The main thing is I want there to be some qualification to getting this. Like, I don't want you to just be somebody on my webinar and I randomly select you and you could care less about me or what we're doing. You just happen to be here for entertainment. So at least if you go to this page, you click on this and you fill this out, I know that you're actually really interested in what we're doing. And so it helps to qualify you. Also, don't forget, if you want these funnels right here are all available along with all the other ones. I rarely talk about all of our other ones, but we've been doing this for a long time. They're all available for you right here. So first thing you got to do is get ClickFunnels, and then just click all these funnel links. These will work until midnight also. So I always let these links work until midnight, and then once the links work, they'll work until midnight, and then you'll be good to go. Let's see. David said getting invalid password. The password is mentor, M-E-N-T-O-R. So that definitely works. So M-E-N-T-O-R. All right. Just making sure. Yeah, all those links definitely work. They've been there for a long time. So all the links are working. Feel free to get your free funnels. Get ClickFunnels if you don't have it. I just talked with Russell yesterday. I was texting with Russell, and I asked him, or I mentioned to him that I might want to have him come on and do some training for our students. And he said he might be interested in that. How many of you would like me to have Russell come on and go through ClickFunnels with us? Yeah. Yeah. Very, very cool. Lots and lots of people. Well, I might get Russell. It might not be, in the next couple weeks, but I'm going to try to schedule something, have Russell come on and do some training, do some teaching. Like I said, Russell and I are friends, and we've known each other for a long time, long before ClickFunnels exists. And so we try to do what we can to support each other. He's a great guy, great, built a great company, and has really helped so many other people to be able to help other people. You know what I mean? And for me, that's what's really, really been, I think, such a game changer for me, is that I can now provide you with funnels, just like the funnels that you're seeing, here, that you can get for free. You can get all these funnels, right? And you don't have to go and build this stuff yourself. And I can give you these things. And that's what's really been a game changer for so many of our students, is being able to use the stuff that I've built. And I just think it's phenomenal. And I mean, he's provided a software that lets me do that lets me build my business. A lot of times when you see software, it kind of sucks, right? Because the software is something we sell, but not something we use. I say we as in marketers. Like there's all kinds of people that, that build stuff, but it's just not quite good enough to really run your 8-figure business on, but you'll sell it to people. And what I love about ClickFunnels and about this process is I run my 8-figure business on it. And then I can give that stuff and those assets to people who are starting off, and they don't have to start over, and they don't have to start from scratch. And so that's the reason why I do it. By the way, for those of you that are new, that is an affiliate link. So if you click that button, activate free trial, I do get paid when you get ClickFunnels. How many of you are aware of that? Just say yes. Okay, very good. Let me show you something really quick. I want to thank all of you for this. Hold on. I know it's late, but I got to show you this. I thought this was kind of funny. I did not show you this last. So how many of you know I taught you at some point to be affiliates for ClickFunnels? Like, there's funnels in here that teach you to be affiliates for ClickFunnels, right? Because there's you can make a lot of money while doing a lot of good for people. Well, it was kind of funny because at Russell's event, I got the 8-figure award, which is kind of fun. But look at this. I also got the Dream Car Award. Now, if you promote ClickFunnels and you get enough, enough people to sign up, they basically pay for a car. Now, I told them I don't need another car. I don't even have room for another car. But they still gave me this ClickFunnels Dream Car Award. This year they put a steering wheel on the award, and it says Dream Car Award. So when you learn how to do these funnels and you learn email marketing and stuff, one of the affiliate offers in the profit centers can be ClickFunnels. And then, they give you these bonuses and, all these commissions and stuff. But I mean, it's great. You guys know I don't do this for the commissions. If you want my funnels, you can have them if you already have ClickFunnels. And if you want to go get ClickFunnels at clickfunnels.com, go for it. And I don't get paid anything. And then, you know, that's fine. And then you just still use my funnel. I don't care. But if you, you know, if you don't mind me getting a commission while I teach you this stuff, then great. You can use my link. Great thing in life is you get to choose and you get to decide, and I'm good with it either way, right? So with that said, listen, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a safe weekend. I hope you do the things that you need to do to get a little better result next week than you got this week. Always be moving forward. That's always something that I tell everybody is always be taking one step in the direction that you want to go, right? Never stand still, never go backwards. That's not how you get successful. So I thank you all for being here. Again, next week, same place, same time on the Success Connection, we are going to be giving away 2 mentoring sessions with me. One person that's filled this out tonight will be pre-selected, and then one person will be selected when we're on live next week. We'll have 3 new funnels. If you don't already have ClickFunnels, you can get it right here on this page. Click the little link. You can get ClickFunnels. You'll be ready for next week. By the way, if you are getting ClickFunnels tonight, or if you just haven't gotten all of my funnels yet, grab them all. You can click all these download links, and they will put these funnels right into your account tonight instantly, and you can start working on those and kind of going through the assets and the training that we have on them between now and next week. So it makes tons of sense. It's completely free. You can have it all. I don't charge you anything. There's no little buttons that pop up and say you got to pay for something. It really is free. I know that sounds crazy, but it really is free. It's my gift to you for being on here and for letting me do what I love to do, which is teach everybody and play around with some internet marketing. So again, thank you guys for being here. I look forward to seeing you next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Make sure to leave me some comments on Facebook. We had 1,000 people in here tonight. I want to see 1,000 comments on Facebook. It'll make me happy. Maybe I'll give away some cash in a minute live on Facebook. So in fact, I think I'm going to go live on Facebook right now. If you want to join me, you can join me. I'll take you around. We'll talk to my dogs or something, and maybe I'll give away some cash. All right? So with that said, thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you next week.